Hi, everybody. It's Football Friday night. The Nelsonville-York Buckeyes taking on the Alexander Spartans here at Boston Field. It's homecoming here at Nelsonville-York, and here come the Buckeyes. Justin McCumber on camera, Ray Spouts, Jim McCumber here on Nelsonville TV Cables, Channel 15.
We're here because we care, Jim. And it's another beautiful night, nice cool evening, but no rain. I tell you what, we've had an excellent season for football so far.
The alumni cheerleaders are here along with the alumni band here at Nelsonville-York tonight. It is homecoming. Buckeyes coming in on a 5-game winning streak, 5-2 on the season overall, 2-0 in the Ohio division of the TVC. Alexander 3-4 overall and 1-1 in league play.
I tell you, you got to look over the last 5 games that the Buckeyes have won. They've averaged 50 points and only given up an average of 9.4 points per game. The defensive play has been playing outstanding. They've only given up, a total on the average of 191 yards per game. That leads the TVC Ohio by well over 100 yards per game. Number 2 in the defensive side of the category in the TVC Ohio is Alexander Spartans that we're playing here tonight. They average giving up 309 yards a game. So the Buckeyes well over 100 yards better on the defensive side of the ball, and hopefully they can continue that momentum that they've been carrying throughout the season.
And here come the Spartans of Alexander across the way. Last week, Nelsonville-York defeated Wellston down at Wellston by a score of 33-6, while Alexander lost to Athens 77-13.
Yeah, that's a tough win for the Spartans. They're definitely looking to come off that and make a change in something to try to get some positive momentum going into the end of the season here.
Last year, Nelsonville-York defeated the Spartans over at Alexander High School 53-0, and these two teams have played 40 times, and the Buckeye record against Alexander, 38-1-1. Of course, that one loss came in 2009, the Spartans defeating Nelsonville-York over at Alexander.
Yeah, and a game that the Buckeyes were favored. The Buckeyes were heavily favored that night, and somehow the Spartans found a way to win the ball game. And that's one of the things within the high school football, is high school sports in general. Just because one team's favored over another doesn't mean the ball can't bounce the other team's way on a given night.
Chase Meeks will kick it away for the Spartans to begin this game. Austin North back deep for the Buckeyes.
Just waiting for the signal from the umpire to give the kickoff, and there we go.
And now we have an onside kick by the Spartans, and the Buckeyes will cover it up at midfield. Heads up play.
Nice job by the Buckeyes. DJ Young, I believe, over there on the front line for the Buckeyes. Just not buying into anything on a fake that time, and right there to be able to bring that ball in. Gives the Buckeyes great field position as they start on the Alexander side of the field.
At the 49, starting for the Buckeyes tonight, left end, 15, Jacob Blake. Left tackle, 78, Isaac Andrews. Left guard, 54, Austin McCullough. The center, 52, Cody Walker. Right guard, 59, Jay Elliott. Right tackle, 63, Isaiah McCombs. Right end, 86, Kyle Freer. And we'll get the rest of them after this play. Joey Young runs to this side for the Buckeyes. The Nelsonville-York quarterback, and he's hit and dropped.
Number 6 defensively, Nathan Stover defensively for the Alexander Spartans that time, right at the line of scrimmage.
Also starting for the Buckeyes, wingback number 1, Austin North. Fullback number 9, Mark Carter. Tailback number 6, Clint Handa. And the quarterback number 5, Joey Young. So the Buckeyes facing a 2nd down and 10, a loss of about a half yard. Buckeyes 2 receivers split out wide right. Nelsonville-York out of the eye. Handoff goes Clint Handa, and he'll dive down to the 44-yard line on a pickup of 5.
Nice blocking around the right side that time for the Buckeyes offensive line is number 20, Christopher Grant, and number 3, Mason Chapman on the stop that time for the Spartans.
Buckeyes 3rd down and 5 at the Alexander 44-yard line.
And Clint Hand is still the leading rusher in the TVC Ohio. He now has 100 carries for 689 yards on the season. coming into tonight's contest.
Receivers split out on each side. Buckeyes out of the eye on 3rd and 5 from the Spartan 44. A lot of people in the box for the Spartans. Play action. Joey Young looking to throw, does so, and it is caught by Kyle Freer down to the Alexander 37-yard line.
That'll be enough for a first down.
Kyle Freer coming in with 6 catches for 78 yards and a touchdown.
It's nice to see the passing attack get little momentum early in the ball game. It's the aspect of the Buckeyes offense that they want to continue to mature over the next couple weeks before they come up against Athens. You know, you don't want to look past anybody, but right now, Week 10 is the week that everybody's looking at, the matchup against the Buckeyes and Bulldogs.
1st and 10, pitch out. Clint Hand on the right side. He cuts it up. Clint Hand on the move to the outside. Clint Hand across the 20, and he'll be dragged down right around the 12.
Number 3, Mason Chapman makes the stop that time for the Spartans, but I'm telling you what, Mark Carter did an excellent job at the point of attack there to make a block that really freed up Handa to cut up inside and then bounce to the outside. Just excellent blocking again by the Buckeyes around that right side.
26-yard pickup for Clint Handa. The Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line of Alexander. 2 minutes deep into this game. Buckeyes splitting out North and Freer on the right side. Joey Young under center at quarterback. And he'll hand it off. DJ Young will take it down to the 5, a pickup of 7.
A lot of room over the left-hand side that time for the Buckeyes offensive line. Again, busting open the holes.
2nd down and 3 for Nelsonville-York.
I think they said Jacob Warwick on the stop that time for the Spartans.
From the Spartan 5-yard line.
Buckeyes out of the eye. 2nd down and 3 at the 5 of the Spartans. Handoff goes to Mark Carter, I believe, and he's in for it's Clint Handa for the touchdown for the Buckeyes.
Clint Handa right up the gut that time as the Buckeyes take just over about 3 minutes here off the clock in the first quarter to drive right down the field and put the first points on the board.
That is the 6th touchdown for Clint Handa. So the Buckeyes take the early 6-0 lead. DJ Young jogging out on the field to attempt this point after touchdown.
Better be leery. There's only 2 seconds left on the play clock.
And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:07 to play in the first quarter, 7-0 Buckeyes.
With 9:07 remaining in the first quarter, the Nelsonville-York Buckeyes 7, the Alexander Spartans 0.
DJ Young will kick it off for the Buckeyes. And it'll bounce right around the 23, picked up by a Spartan. And he's hit and dropped. I believe that was Josh Barnes on the return.
And that was number 40, Jason Talbert on the stop that time for the Buckeyes coverage team. Did a nice job of wrapping him up and taking him to the ground.
So the Spartans with their first possession. They'll start on their own 29-yard line.
First and 10, Spartans.
Spartans with receivers split out on each side. Hand off to this side, some running room. That was Tyler Smith on the carry, and he'll pick up about 6 yards. Maybe 7.
Zach Mays and Jacob Blake on the stop that time, but he had a nice open hole on the right-hand side as he bounced through there. Get some positive yardage. Like you said, 7 strong yards off the first play for the Spartans offense.
At quarterback for the Spartans, Braden Jones.
It's critical for the Spartans coming off a loss like last week to find some sort of rhythm on the offensive side of the ball early.
Handoff on the left side. This time the Buckeyes right there. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
That time brought down by Austin North as he comes right to the line of scrimmage and gets nothing else out of that one.
Tyler Smith on the carry once again for Alexander. Spartans with the ball on their own 37-yard line. Third down and about 2. 7:55 to play in the first quarter. The Buckeyes up 7-0. Braden Jones at quarterback, a receiver on each side. Third down and 2 for the Spartans. Hand off to the tailback, and it looks like he's got the first down out near the 40-yard line and pick up close to 3.
They're going to spot it about a half yard beyond where he needed to get that time. Jay Elliott and DJ Young on the stop that time defensively for the Buckeyes.
On the Alexander 40-yard line. First and 10, Spartans.
We may have more alumni cheerleaders than we do football players, Jim.
Quite a few of them down here on the track.
Trying to get the crowd enthused and excited about tonight's ball game.
Braden Jones hands it off on the left side, and the ball carrier will pick up about 7 yards for Alexander out to the 46-yard line.
Jeremy Warren brings him down that time, but somehow Christopher Grant got through there. It looked like he was going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage as him and the quarterback that time kind of ran into each other, but he still finds an open hole around the left-hand side, gets 7 strong yards.
Second and 4 Spartans from their own 46-yard line.
Alexander second down on about 3 on their own 47. And we have movement. Look like the left end move for Alexander.
Dead ball. False start. Number 62, offense. Still second down.
So 5-yard mark off. Bring up second down and 8 for Alexander on their own 42-yard line.
After the penalty, the ball spotted on the 41-yard line of the Spartans. Second and 9.
Again, Braden Jones at quarterback. He's thrown for 466 yards and a couple touchdowns. Takes a snap, hands it off. Flag comes in where we may have holding on the Spartans.
Yeah, typically that's exactly what you see as Austin McCullough brings him down as soon as he crosses the line of scrimmage that time.
Smith on the carry for the Spartans. Brought down on the play by Neil Polly and Austin McCullough for the Buckeyes.
Neil Pauly in on the tackle along with Austin that time.
Penalty is on Alexander. Spartans picked up about 3 yards on the play. It would bring up third down and about 6 if they decline.
Personal foul. Chop block. 1 white. 15-yard penalty. Still second down.
Wow.
Hard to turn down a 15-yarder.
Yeah, you got to take that one and be happy about it.
So the ball spotted back at the 30-yard line of Alexander, and they've got to get to midfield, so it'll be second down and about 20.
Ball spotted on the Spartan 29-yard line.
6:08 to play in the first quarter. The Buckeyes up 7-0. Spartans out of the eye. Braden Jones at quarterback. Looking to throw, comes to this side, does so, and it's tipped and intercepted by Mark Carter. Mark Carter across the field, across the 40,
Still
35. Mark Carter finally taken down right around the 23-yard line of Alexander.
A big interception that time by the Buckeyes defense. You know, the secondary, again, they had everybody covered. He tried to force that ball into a situation where there were a lot of Buckeye defenders, and it was tipped up, and Mark Carter did a nice job of reeling that in and catches at the 45 and runs himself down inside about the 20-yard line that time, close to the 23 there, and nice return by Mark Carter.
First and 10 Buckeyes at the 23 of the Spartans. Joey Young at quarterback. Austin North comes in motion to this side. Pitch out to this side, Clint Handa, and he's cut down pretty quickly. That'll be a loss for the Buckeyes.
Big lineman that time, number 79, John Harris on the stop.
Loss of a couple for Nelsonville-York brings up second down 12.
Loss of 2 on the play. Second and 12 Buckeyes from the Spartan 25 yards.
Really one of the rare times you've seen the Buckeyes go backwards in about the last 5 or 6 games anyways, that you've seen negative plays by the Buckeyes. Very rare.
Two receivers split out on the right side. Buckeyes out of the eye on 2nd and 12. Fake handoff. Joey Young keeps it himself around the left side, and he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
Excellent play defensively that time by the Spartans. Mason Chapman makes a nice diving stop.
Chapman, just a freshman for Alexander.
No gain on the play.
Yeah, he's been playing well early in this ball game.
25 yards.
So the Buckeyes facing 3rd and 12 at the Spartan 25. Of course, Nelsonville-York in 4-down territory. Jeremy Warren splitting out wide left. Austin North wide right. Joey Young out of the shotgun, takes a snap, and a flag comes in.
Guessing that'll be motion on the Buckeyes.
And it's going to be, as you said, a legal motion, a legal procedure. So the Buckeyes will have a 3rd and 17.
Oh, false start. 22 offense. Still 3rd down.
Probably designed play to throw to Jeremy in a fade route to the corner, and he's just a little excited to jump off the line that time as they get the 5-yard penalty, and the Buckeyes still have the ball here with, again, we're inside the 30-yard line. It's 2 downs to get these 15 yards for 17 yards for the Buckeyes.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Joey Young out of the shotgun, takes a snap, looking to throw. Now he'll throw towards the end zone, has a man, but it's knocked away at the last second. Austin North out there for the Buckeyes in the end zone, but knocked away by a Spartan.
Excellent defensive play by the Spartans. I can't catch the number just yet. As he closed the gap quickly,
Joey Young's pass intended for Austin North.
Joey was able to step up into the play that time. I believe Jacob Henry is who they're calling at the stop defensively for the the Spartans 18.
The Spartans, 30-yard line.
He had North open as he stepped up into the pocket and tried to release that ball.
Nelsonville-York will take a timeout, facing a 4th and 17. At the 30-yard line of Alexander, the Buckeyes lead 7-0, 4:09 to play in the first quarter. Again, the alumni cheerleaders here tonight, along with the Nelsonville-York varsity cheerleaders.
Well, the line did a nice job of giving Joey some time that time. Like I said, Joey stepped up into the pocket and had the ability to really step into that throw. Just didn't quite get it to North as, again, defensively the Spartans made an excellent play by Jacob Henry to knock that ball away.
Buckeyes 4th and 17. Joey Young out of the shotgun. Young, and a flag comes in across the way. A legal procedure on Nelsonville-York. So another one of those, Buckeyes may think about punting.
Offense.
Well, I would tell you, in certain situations, they very well might think about punting if they continue to get backed up. However, the Buckeye defense has played so strong and, is doing so well on the season. I think the Buckeyes are looking at it as, even if they turn the ball over to the Spartans here, their defense has a very good chance of turning the ball over and still getting the ball in good position.
So it's 4th down and about 22 at the 35 of Alexander. Joey Young takes a snap, back to pass, and he's going to throw long. And it's caught by the Buckeyes down at the 5.
Austin North made a great adjustment to the ball that time to come back and catch that. He did a little fake, like he was just going to do a little hook and catch the ball, and then he took off running, and Joey waited for him to take off on that long run, and then he just chucked the ball downfield. But North does a nice job of coming back to the ball that time and make that completion happen. Otherwise, it could have been an interception by the Spartans. But excellent job by the offensive side of the ball for North that time.
1st and goal, Nelsonville-York at the 5-yard line of the Spartans.
29-yard pass play puts him in great position here.
Handoff goes to Handa, and he'll dive down to about the 4-yard line. 3:35 to play in the opening quarter. Buckeye lead is 7-0, and Nelsonville-York trying to make it a 2-touchdown lead.
Well, the first quarter's going pretty quick, Jim. We're already just about 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Buckeyes looking to get that second score on the board before the end of this quarter.
Ball resting just inside the 5-yard line of Alexander. Second and goal for the Buckeyes. Nelsonville-York in a T formation. Hand off to this side. Touchdown, Nelsonville-York. Austin North.
Literally untouched that time as he just basically walks into the end zone. And the Buckeyes put more points on the board with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Touchdown by the Buckeyes, number 1.
DJ Young will attempt the extra point. So the Buckeyes cash in on Mark Carter's pass interception.
Well, like I said, he catches the ball, intercepts it around the 45, runs it all the way down to the 23, gives the Buckeye offense a nice short field to work with. And the Buckeye offense knows what to do from there, even though they get backed up by penalties.
And the kick is up, and the kick is through. 14-0 Buckeyes, 3 minutes, 2 seconds to play first quarter.
With 3:02 remaining in the first quarter. DJ Young to kick for the Buckeyes. Tyler Smith. And John
DJ Young will kick it away for Nelsonville-York. The approach and the kick. And it'll be taken right around the 10-yard line. Crosses the 20. And will be brought down right around the 32-yard line.
I believe Eli Fox, number 32, was the first one to hit him that time for the Buckeyes.
Josh Barnes on the return for the Spartans. 14-0 Buckeyes, 2:55 to play in the first quarter.
Eli Fox makes the tackle that time for the coverage team of the Buckeyes, and first time Eli Fox has had an opportunity to be on the starting defensive side of the ball for the Buckeyes this year, as he's earned the right with excellent play to this point.
Braden Jones at quarterback for Alexander. First and 10, Spartans on their own 31. Handoff on the left side, and the Buckeyes right there, but he breaks a tackle. And it looks like he may pick up a yard on the play.
Squirts away from the first would-be tackler for the Buckeyes that time as he gets around to the outside and gets around the line of scrimmage is where they're still going to bring him down as Austin North and Zach Mays bring him down.
Tyler Smith on the carry. Starting for the Buckeye defense tonight, left end 24 DJ Young, left tackle 59 Jay Elliott, left nose guard is Neil Polly 76, right tackle 54 Austin McCullough, right end 32 Eli Fox, and outside linebacker number 1 Austin North, outside linebacker 16 Emmett Reed, inside linebacker 23 Zach Mays. Spartans hand it off, and the Buckeyes right there, short gain on the play out to about the 35-yard line, a gain of 2 where it'll bring up third down and about 7. Also starting for the Buckeye defense, we mentioned an inside linebacker, Zach Mays, 23, 22, Jeremy Warren at a cornerback. Another corner is number 9, Mark Carter, and Jacob Blake, the free safety, wears 15. So third down and about 7 for Alexander, just inside their own 35-yard line.
So what I was talking about, the Buckeye defense is really playing well.
Man in motion to this side. Braden Jones will throw it out here. And they will say that's an incomplete pass. Buckeyes all over that play.
Wow, the Buckeyes had a beat on that. DJ Young, Emmett Reed, Mark Carter, they were all making a beeline to try to get to that ball that time. I think the Spartans are fortunate that that wasn't completed. But they're going to go for it here.
Spartans 4th down and 7 on their own 35. Braden Jones, let's see if they're just trying to pull the Buckeyes off. And they will go for it. Jones rolls to this side looking to throw. And he'll just throw it away. So the Buckeyes will take over at the Spartan 35-yard line.
It's a big risk by the offensive side. Oh, there is a flag on the field.
I believe they're calling intentional grounding on Alexander.
They are, and that'll be declined by the Buckeyes, I'm sure. As, you know, it's a huge risk by the offensive side of the ball for the Spartans early in the ball game. I know you're down 2 scores early, but, you know, you're in a situation where you turn the ball over.
Number 9, offense. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Loss of down. Be first down. Now,
I mean, you turn the ball over here to the Buckeyes offense, who's moving extremely well. And not only do you give them good field position, you give them great field position here again.
I wonder if they lost track of the downs, because it looked like the quarterback was just throwing that ball away.
Yeah, it's almost like he intended to throw it away, so it's like he might have thought he had an extra down. That's a good point, Jim. I'm not sure what was going on there, but the Buckeyes get, again, great field position. It's at the 25-yard line now of the Spartans.
So the Buckeyes, all 3 drives tonight have started on the Spartan side of the field. Alexander attempting an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Joey Young, now he'll take off with it on a quarterback draw. Joey Young at the 15, 10, and the ball juggled, and then he's knocked down at the 5. Joey Young hit pretty hard, but he hops right up.
Number 2, Tyler Smith, makes a nice hit to stop Joey and kind of does a little dance of a talk there, but the reality is Joey still gets down just close to inside the 6-yard line for about a 19-yard run.
First and goal, Buckeyes at the 5-yard line of Alexander.
They'll give him 20 yards on it on the board, so we'll just mark him down here for 20 as, again, Joey shows that quickness of feet as he comes through the center of the line and then bounces to the outside.
Buckeyes, 2 receivers to the right. Handoff DJ Young on the left side, and he's into the end zone for a Buckeye touchdown.
That time DJ's hit almost at the line of scrimmage, maybe at the 3-yard line, but he just drags the defenders on into the end zone as he powers into the end zone. Buckeyes have 3 touchdowns here in the first quarter, and 3 different individuals have found their way into the end zone already.
DJ Young will attempt the extra point for Nelsonville-York. Trying to get that kicking shoe on the Buckeye sideline.
It's going to run out of clock here as there's only 3 seconds to go before they need to snap the ball.
And the Buckeyes will take a delay of game penalty, and they will attempt the extra point as the ball spotted back at the 8-yard line.
That's where it's tough when you've got your kicker is the guy that just scores the touchdown, to be able to get up and get back to the sideline, get the other shoe on, and get in a position to try to kick the extra point. As you can see, there's just not enough time on the clock for something like that.
Joey Young will hold. DJ Young will attempt the point after touchdown. Nice snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 1:05 to play in the first quarter, and the Buckeyes lead the Spartans 21-0.
1:05 remaining in the first quarter.
DJ Young will kick it away for Nelsonville-York.
Well, Nelsonville-York has 3 touchdowns in tonight's ball game here in the first quarter, and not even 100 yards on the ground yet.
Kickoff will be taken right around the 16-yard line. Return man Josh Barnes will take it out to about the 32-yard line where he's brought down.
First guy to bring him down that time was Zach Mays defensively for the Buckeyes. But again, they start the ball on the 49 of the Spartans, then the 23, then the 25. A total of 97 yards offensively for the Buckeyes. Actually a little more because they were backed up on some penalties, but 97 true yards on the field and 3 touchdowns already for the Buckeyes before the end of the first quarter.
Braden Jones at quarterback for the Spartans. He's out of the shotgun. Alexander with about 4 receivers split out on this side, and here comes another one in motion. He'll take the handoff. I believe it's Barnes. Oh. And the Buckeyes are right there to take him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Neil Pauly just rolled off the line that time and met him as he tried to turn the corner and come upfield, and he had nowhere to go.
Josh Barnes on the carry, brought down on the play by the Buckeyes, Austin McCullough.
They say Austin McCullough in on the stop also that time.
Coming into this game, Austin Inman, the leading tackler for the Buckeyes with 45 of them. Austin McCullough right there behind with 44 tackles. And Zach Mays with 40. Polly has 27 for Nelsonville-York. Second down and 10 for the Spartans at the 32 of Alexander.
As I say, the play clock said 0. I was wondering what was going on there.
Delay of game on Alexander.
Delay of game, number 9, White.
Yeah, you talk about the leading tacklers for the Buckeyes, and what it tells you is that the Buckeyes defensively are doing the job they're supposed to do. The design of the defense is, quite honestly, to make your linebackers your leading tacklers. Your offensive line is supposed to block up, take up the blockers, and allow the defenders in the linebacking core to see which direction the runners are going and make the tackle. And that means the Buckeyes defense is just clicking on all cylinders. Not just the guys making the tackle, but everybody's doing their job.
2nd and 15, hand off to this side, and the Buckeyes all over it in the Spartan backfield.
And that's Austin McCullough. He's done that throughout this season as he shoots through the line that time. And he almost took the handoff from the quarterback. Instead, he dropped him for a nice loss.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter here at Boston Field. It's been a good one for the Buckeyes. They lead Alexander 21-0. Alexander 3rd down and about 19 on their own 23 as we begin the second quarter of play. Braden Jones at quarterback under center. Receivers split out on each side. Draw play to the tailback, and the Buckeyes in the backfield once again. The handoff went to Tyler Smith, but he didn't have a chance.
Jay Elliott blows up the line that time as the Buckeyes are owning the offense and defensive side of the ball in the line play tonight. You know, you look at this game right now, and you wonder, the Spartans had a tough time against the Bulldogs last week, and you can tell that the enthusiasm on that side of the ball just isn't there right now.
4th and 22, the Spartans punt away. Nice high punt. Lands at the Buckeye 47. And the Spartans will down it at the Buckeye 45-yard line.
One of the few times that Austin North doesn't come up and try to get the ball on the bounce and make a big play, as that ball was sky high.
It was above the lights.
The reason he had to kick that so high is that it was a slow snap back to him, and the Buckeyes defensively got behind the line of scrimmage and got back there, forcing him to try to kick it over the guys rushing the kick that time. First time the Buckeyes have to start out on their side of the field, though.
And it's still not too shabby field position. Buckeyes on their own 45. Out of the eye, receivers split out on each side. Buckeyes 1st and 10. And a draw play to Clint Handa. Handa on the move for the Buckeyes. Across the 40, Clint Handa's gone. At the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. 55-yard touchdown run, Clint Handa.
Second touchdown for Handa on the night as the Buckeyes offensive line again blows open a huge hole over the left-hand side, and not just the line, but the wideouts on that side just clean up their man. Handa basically goes untouched. And it's like we've talked about before, Jim. The first couple games of the season, Handa had to carry the ball close to 30 times a game, and you saw his legs a little more tired. There you see when Handa doesn't have to be the only offensive threat for the Buckeyes, his legs can stay fresh. He's got a lot more speed than a lot of people realize, and he just took off for that time for 55-yard scamper and another touchdown for the Buckeyes.
DJ Young attempting the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 28-0 Buckeyes. 11 minutes, 10 seconds to play here in the second quarter. DJ Young will kick it away once again for Nelsonville-York. Nice kick coming to this side. Taken by Josh Barnes. Crosses the 25, breaks a tackle, and is finally brought down up to 33 of the Spartans.
Zach Mays holds on to him as he's trying to get across the line of scrimmage along with T.J. Warren that time.
On the return, brought down on the play by the Buckeyes, Zach Mays, and number 2, T.J. Warren.
T.J. Warren on that tackle for the Buckeyes.
Ball spotted from the Spartan 33-yard line, 1st and 10.
Warren just a freshman for Nelsonville-York.
Yeah, they're using a lot of different guys on the kickoff coverage team for the Buckeyes, and they're doing an excellent job.
Jones throws to the side. It is caught, and the Buckeyes right there. It'll be a gain of 2 for Alexander.
Jumped on quickly by Austin McCullough as he might get 2 yards out of it.
Complete to Nathan Stover, brought down on the play by the Buckeyes, Austin McCullough. Gain of 2 on the play.
We mentioned Austin Emmon, the leading tackler for the Buckeyes coming into this game, and he is not playing tonight with an injury. Alexander 2nd down and 8 on their own 35-yard line.
That's one of the things we're looking for tonight, is try to have an injury-free ball game tonight.
Braden Jones back to pass. Looks like he's trying to set up a screen, and Emmett almost took it away. Emmett Reed.
Cody Walker had the pressure on the quarterback that time, as Cody was just on a beeline, put his hands on his chest as he was trying to throw the ball, and it comes up a little short, and I thought for sure Emmett was going to reel that one in and walk on into the end zone. Again, you talk about the injury to Austin Inman. Last week it was Emmett Reed that was out for a week, and now he's back here tonight, and I thought, like you said, he about had one to go in the other direction that time.
3rd down and 8 for Alexander on their own 35. Braden Jones at quarterback. Alexander with the receiver on each side.
If you've ever heard the term pin your ears back.
Long throw on the right side, and it's thrown out of bounds, incomplete.
The pinning the ears back is exactly what you see the Buckeye defense doing right now. They are not respecting any aspect of a downfield play, like even that one right there. They are taking off at the snap of the ball, just full out sprint towards the line and trying to get to that quarterback.
From their own 35-yard
Chris Grant will punt it away for Alexander.
So far, the Spartans have a total of 17 yards offense.
And the ball will continue to roll inside the Buckeye 25, and the Spartans will down it right around the 22. So the Buckeyes will have it. 10 minutes, 5 seconds to play before halftime. Nelsonville-York leading 28-0.
Well, by far the longest field that the Buckeyes have had. The last series was a 55-yard field, and they took care of that in one play with a scamper by hand over the left-hand side. Now the Buckeyes actually have a 78-yard field to contend with. Let's see if they can put together a long series.
Of course, again, the Buckeye quarterback, Joey Young, he's 18 of 38 passing for 304 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's rushed the ball 28 times for 503 yards and 8 touchdowns.
That ball skipped before it ever got to Austin North.
And they're calling it a live ball, and that's going to be a touchdown for Alexander. They're saying that was a lateral.
Well, I'll be darned. Josh Barnes picks the ball up and runs in for the Spartans, puts some points on the board. And it did skip before the ball got to Austin North. And if it was a lateral, then that's the correct call, because the ball was on the turf.
So Alexander will attempt the extra point after getting a defensive score against the Buckeyes. Chase Meeks attempting the point after touchdown. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:55 to play before halftime. The Buckeyes 28, the Spartans 7.
Nelsonville-York Buckeyes 28.
Chase Meeks will kick it away. Of course, the Spartans kicked an onside kick on the opening kickoff, so the Buckeyes need to be ready. Austin North back deep for Nelsonville-York. And another onside kick, and the Buckeyes cover it up, and they'll have the ball on their own 48.
This time Austin McCullough wraps it up as soon as it comes across the 50-yard line. Hard to catch you off guard when you've already tried it early in the ball game like that, but the Buckeyes, it still doesn't, even though you're expecting it or watching for it, it's not easy to wrap that ball up when it's bouncing at you like that. Nice job by Austin McCullough to secure that ball and get the Buckeyes the ball on the 48-yard line.
Buckeyes splitting out 2 receivers to this side. Nelsonville-York out of the eye, 1st and 10 from their own 48. Handoff Clint Handa, and he's wrapped up in the Buckeye backfield for a yard loss back at the 47.
Brought down by number 62 defensively that time, Jacob Harvey.
Emmett Reed, Jacob Blake jog into the game for the Buckeyes on this 2nd down and 11. Buckeyes on their own 47, leading 28-7. Austin North goes in motion. He'll take the pitch to the left side. And North will get it back to the original line of scrimmage and cross into Alexander territory and be taken down right around the 48-yard line, where the Buckeyes will have a 3rd and about 7.
About 5 yards on the carry that time for North.
Gain of 5 on the play.
3rd and 6 for the Buckeyes at the 48 of Alexander.
Spartans did a nice job of closing those holes that time quickly over on that left side. As again, nice blocking around the end for the Buckeyes.
Joey Young out of the shotgun, takes a snap, comes to this side, throws, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Austin North around the 40-yard line of Alexander.
It's a tough pass for Joey. He's rolling to his right, and as he's rolling, he's trying to make that throw. He's not really in a position where he's planting that back foot and getting a lot of shoulder and body behind that throw. It's kind of on the run, and you can see it come up short because of that fact.
So let's see if the Buckeyes elect to go for it. On 4th down and 6 at the Spartan 48-yard line. And the Buckeyes will go for it. 2 receivers to this side, 1 to the far side. Joey Young out of the shotgun, takes a snap, and he'll run it on a quarterback draw. Breaks a tackle, he's got the 1st down and more as he takes it to the 34-yard line of Alexander.
Brought down, I do believe, number 22 defensively again, Barnes, as DJ gets the ball down to the 35.
About a 14-yard pickup for Joey Young. 8:25 to play before halftime in this homecoming game at Boston Field. Buckeyes up 28-7. Nelsonville-York out of the eye. Kyle Freer, Austin North split out wide right. Handoff, Clint Handa. He's got some running room, and he'll pick up about 8 yards down to the Spartan 27.
He just walked right behind his left side of the line that time and just kind of moved right behind the blockers, gets a solid 7 yards on that carry.
Buckeyes 2nd down and about 2. Just inside the Alexander 28-yard line.
Gives Handa 95 yards on tonight's contest here. We're on 8 carries. 2 of those are touchdown runs as he comes out of the ball game, and the Buckeyes continue to move fresh legs on and off the field.
Second down for Nelsonville-York. And we have a timeout taken by the Buckeyes. 7:26 to play in the second quarter. 28-7 is the Nelsonville-York lead. Buckeyes 2nd and about 2 yards to go, just inside the 28-yard line of Alexander. Handoff comes this side to Austin North looking for a hole, and he'll be taken down right around the line of scrimmage.
Nice job defensively, number 6 that time, Nathan Stover. Did a nice job of getting around the blockers and bringing North down for actually a 1-yard loss.
So that'll bring it 3rd and 3 for the Buckeyes. Inside the 29-yard line of the Spartans.
7 minutes here to play in the first half as the Buckeyes have a 28-7 lead.
And the Buckeyes will go to the power I on a 3rd down and about 3.5 yards to go. Handoff, Clint Handa. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 20.
Stays in bounds.
Inside the 10 and gets knocked out of bounds around the 8-yard line.
Nice footwork that time by Handa as he's coming around the right-hand side. He looked like he was going to get knocked out of bounds, but somehow he keeps his balance and keeps the footwork going and stays in bounds. Gets down into about the 13-yard line, about 15 yards on the carry, and that'll put him over 100 yards, 110 yards on the night's contest already.
1st and goal for the Buckeyes at the 8 of Alexander. Nelsonville-York in that T formation.
Usually goes to North on this play.
And North takes the handoff, and he'll get it down to about the 6, and that'll be it, a pickup of a couple.
Yeah, typically, it's not every time, but when you see him line up in that T, most of the time it's going to the guy on the far right, kind of a little misdirection and sending him that way, and use the other guys as some lead blockers. It's actually what they scored the touchdown on earlier in the ball game when North scored his touchdown.
So the Buckeyes 2nd and goal. Just inside the 7-yard line of the Spartans. Nelsonville-York out of the power I. Handoff, Clint Handa on the right side, breaks it. No, Joey kept it himself and dives in for a Buckeye score.
Joey did a nice job of faking the handoff, and Handa did an even better job of convincing people he had the ball, like Jim and Justin. And only because I didn't say anything, I look good.
So Joey Young takes it in for the Buckeye touchdown. Nelsonville-York up 34-7 with the extra point attempt upcoming. Joey Young will hold. DJ Young will attempt the point after touchdown. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:57 to play before halftime. 35-7, Buckeyes.
The Nelsonville-York Buckeyes.
DJ Young will kick it away for the Buckeyes.
DJ Young to kick for the Buckeyes.
Josh Barnes back deep. And the ball's loose.
That was tailback number 2 that time. I do believe Tyler Smith that returned the ball for the Spartans.
Gets it out to the 28.
Buckeyes have 5 touchdowns on the night. 4 different kids have found their way into the end zone now. Again, you love to be able to see the diversity that the offense brings to the table now that we've got all these weapons really maturing and working well together.
Ball spotted on the Spartan 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Alexander.
Again, the Spartans offense have only been able to muster up 17 total offensive yards. They've got the 1 touchdown, but that was a fumble recovery by, I believe, Barnes, number 22, from about the 22-yard line, and carried that on in.
Alexander takes the timeout with 5:50 to play in the first half, and again the Buckeyes up by 28.
Their first of the first half. 1 Buckeye Bank tickets this evening. Congratulations.
1st and 10 Spartans on their own 28-yard line. Handoff on the right side. Running back dives out to about the 33.
Tyler Smith on the carry again for the Spartans that time.
Again, excellent fake by Joey Young on that touchdown. And as you mentioned, Clint Handa did a great job of carrying out the fake.
That's what I was just going to say. You know, Joey did a nice job of faking the actual handoff, but Handa sold it by continuing to run hard even after he was hit at the line of scrimmage, convincing everybody he had the ball.
2nd down and about 6. Handoff on the right side to Buckeyes right there, and that'll be a yard loss.
Jay Elliott wrapped him up before he could even get to the line of scrimmage that time. Emmett Reed comes in and helps on the tackle also, but Jay Elliott really made the play happen that time.
Jay Elliott, just a sophomore for the Buckeyes.
Ball spotted on the Spartan 31-yard line. 3rd and 7, Alexander.
3rd down and about 7 for the Spartans.
Well, the Buckeye defense is really on fire tonight. Nothing that the Spartans try to dial up offensively seems to be working.
3rd down and about 7. And Alexander will take another timeout with 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. 3rd down and about 8 for the Spartans. Jones looking to throw, being rushed, and he does throw, and it falls incomplete out at the 38-yard line.
Again, pressure from the defensive line, and the linebacking core blitzing in there that time forces him to get rid of the ball just a little quicker than he wanted to.
Chris Grant.
Incomplete.
Chris Grant, the intended receiver. 4th down and about 7 for the Spartans on their own 31. And Chris Grant will punt it away. Austin North back deep to receive the punt. A high punt. Takes a big Spartan bounce and roll.
I thought Austin North was going to look to pick that one up and run. Instead, he runs away from it that time, and the Spartans get a good bounce as it goes down inside the 30 down to about the 26-yard line.
That's where the Buckeyes will have a 1st and 10 with 4 minutes, 11 seconds to play before halftime. The Buckeyes up 35-7.
So the Buckeyes defensively hold tight again. They've only given up a total of, and unofficially, 19 positive yards for the Spartans offense right now. The defense just keying in on everything right now, playing excellent.
DJ Young at fullback. Clint Hand at tailback. Buckeyes splitting out 2 receivers to the right. And Joey Young at quarterback hands it off to Handa. And he's hit pretty quickly. He'll pick up a yard for the Buckeyes.
Hit right at the line of scrimmage that time.
Ball spotted at the 28 of Nelsonville-York, 2nd down and 9.
Jacob Harvey on the stop again, 62 for the Spartans defensively.
2nd and 9 Buckeyes from their own 28-yard line.
Emmett Reed now in the Buckeye backfield. Buckeye splitting out 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Young takes a snap.
Ball's on the ground.
And he picks it up, tries to run with it, and maybe
again.
the
No
ball is
whistle.
a loose. Let's
Never
see.
did hear a whistle.
Looks like the Buckeyes do have the ball. It'll be 3rd down.
Joey almost looked like he came up limp a little bit that time.
That'll be a loss back to the original line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd and 10 for Nelsonville-York. Clock running, 3 minutes, 5 seconds to play in the 2nd quarter. Again, the Buckeyes up by 4 touchdowns.
Ball must have squirted out a second time, Jim, because the whistles were way late. They weren't calling him down. Buckeyes did a nice job of recovering that ball.
Joey Young out of the shotgun, takes a snap, looking to throw, does so, and it is caught by Kyle Freer across the 40, the 45, in Alexander territory, knocked out of bounds right around the 47-yard line.
Nice job by Joey Young sitting in the pocket as the offensive line gives him a lot of time. He used the crossing pattern of Kyle Freer to come across the field that time. And then you see Jeremy Warren making a nice block on the left side out there in his wideout position to allow Kyle to get some more positive yards. 25 yards on the reception that time.
1st and 10 Buckeyes at the 47 of the Spartans with 2:39 to play before halftime. Joey Young takes a snap, rolls it to this side. He'll dump it off, and it's tipped, and it falls incomplete.
I was going to say, defensively, number 20 that time, Christopher Grant did a nice job of jumping up and getting just enough of a finger on that to deflect that ball away.
Christopher Grant. 2nd and 10 Buckeyes from the Spartan 47-yard line.
2nd down and 10 for the Buckeyes. Again at the Spartan 47. Jacob Blake split wide left, Austin North wide right. Buckeyes out of the eye on the 2nd and 10 situation. And a draw play to Clint Handa on the left side. Clint Handa breaks the tackle. A flag does come in as Clint Handa is going to take it all the way for a touchdown from about 47 yards out. But again, a flag is down.
Flag on the field.
My guess this one will come back. Again, though, Handa shows some speed as he gets around that left-hand side, squirts through the first line of defenders, and then he's in the secondary making a move.
So the penalty will take it back to the Buckeye 49-yard line.
10-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Holding on Nelsonville-York.
Backs the Buckeyes up, be a long 2nd down now. Takes away another 47-yard run that time from Handa to the end zone.
Penalty from the spot of the foul. The Buckeyes now with a 2nd down and 14 on their own 49. 2:26 to play in the 2nd quarter. And again, the Buckeyes up 35-7 on Alexander. 2 receivers split out on each side. Joey Young at quarterback takes a snap.
Freer's open in the middle. Joey couldn't find him.
He rolls to the left side. Joey Young with a lot of yardage for the Buckeyes. He steps out at the 39-yard line, just 2 yards shy of a 1st down, a pickup of 12. 3rd down and 2 for Nelsonville-York.
Boy, Joey was doing a little scrambling in the backfield that time as the Spartans were making him move out of his comfort level. But, man, Kyle Freer come across the center of the field that time was absolutely wide open.
At the Spartan 39-yard line, 3rd and 2 Buckeyes.
3rd and 2, Nelsonville-York at the 39 of Alexander. Handoff Clint Handa, spins away, and he's got a Buckeye 1st down at the 34 of the Spartans, a gain of 5.
Nice little spin move to get himself down inside the 35 that time.
Chapman and Jacob Spartans.
Clock will start up again with the movement of the chains. 2:10 to play in the second quarter.
So far, the first half's definitely gone the way of the Buckeyes. Offensively, they're moving the ball effectively. They've had some penalties that have pushed them back a little bit, but the Spartans haven't been able to slow them down too much. It's been their own undoing so far.
Joey Young back to pass. Throwing long on this side to Austin North, and it'll fall incomplete down at the 5-yard line.
Well, it looks like Young got rid of that ball just a little bit earlier than he might have needed to, as North was breaking away from the defender along the right-hand side that time. He might have felt just a little bit of pressure, as it looked almost like he threw that off his back foot instead of coming forward on that.
34-yard line.
Second down and 10 for the Buckeyes at the 34 of Alexander.
Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Two receivers split out on the right side. Buckeyes out of the eye. Glenn Hand at tailback. Play action. Dump off to this side. Mark Carter, and it'll be incomplete right around the 32-yard line of Alexander.
Couldn't reel that one in.
Young's pass intended for Martin Carter.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Carter falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 10 Buckeyes from the Spartan 34-yard line.
Mark Carter coming in as a Buckeye leading receiver. 10 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. He also had a kickoff return for a touchdown for the Buckeyes.
Had a big interception earlier in tonight's ball game. Give the Buckeyes great field position early.
On the 33-yard line of the Spartans.
Buckeyes 3rd down and about 9 at the 33 of Alexander. Joey Young out of the shotgun. Looking to throw. And now he'll run with it. And now he'll throw it out to Austin North. Austin North across the 20. He's going to take it all the way for a Buckeye touchdown.
Great heads-up play by Joey Young that time to realize that he had nowhere to go. Throws the ball out to North. But Kyle Freer makes another outstanding block downfield, as he's done all season long, coming back to make a big block and free up North for the touchdown. As Kyle Freer is now limping off the field. That's not good to see if you're a Buckeye fan.
Buckeye touchdown.
Buckeyes up 41-7, 1:33 to play in the second quarter. I believe Kyle Freer has been the long snapper for the Buckeyes too. Joey Young will hold. DJ Young will attempt the point after touchdown, and the Spartans all over it. The extra point attempt fails for the Buckeyes, but Nelsonville-York leading Alexander 41-7, 1:33 to play in the second quarter.
Chillicothe 7.
DJ Young with the kick. Nice kick for Young, taken right around the 10-yard line. Return man gets it out to about the 28.
Zach Mays first on the tackle, along with Dakota, his brother, on the tackle that time for the Buckeyes.
Josh Barnes returns it for the Spartans, and they'll have 1:27 left to work with here in the first half. Spartans on their own 28, 1st and 10.
Jacob Talbert in on the tackle that time too. I guess I missed that one. Sorry, Jake.
Ball spotted from the Spartan 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Alexander.
Spartans 1st and 10 on their own 28. Handoff on the right side. The running back hit right at the 30. Gain of a couple.
Zach Mays coming in from that linebacker position to put a hit on number 20 carrying the ball. That time was Christopher Grant.
Tyler Smith on the carry for the Spartans.
I guess they say Tyler Smith was carrying the ball.
2nd and 8, Alexander. From their
Second down on about 8 for the Spartans on their own 30. Clock running under 1 minute to play here in the second quarter. Jones hands it off, and the running back met in the backfield.
Jay Elliott again just plowing through that line tonight, as Tyler had nowhere to go.
carry for the Spartans, brought down on the play by the Buckeyes. Buckeyes, Jay Elliott.
Just lost the 2 yards he gained on the last carry.
Again, Jay Elliott, a 6 foot, 257-pound sophomore for the Buckeyes.
Spartans might not want to even run another play. Well, they're going to have to. The play clock's down to 15. It's about 5 seconds yet on the game clock here before halftime. So they're going to have to at least run one more play, but that'll be the only one, I would say. And the Buckeyes defensively have dominated the first half of tonight's ball game.
3rd and 10. Handoff on the right side. I believe that's Tyler Smith, and he'll get it out to the 44-yard line. That's a first down for the Spartans.
Tyler Smith on the carry.
About 15 yards on the carry that time.
Just 0.4 of a second remaining.
Jeremy Warren and Austin North on the stop, but that's by far the most productive play for the offensive side of the ball for the Spartans as they're ready to go into half. Voices carry. Hey, we're ready to kick off.
DJ Young approaches and kicks it away for the Buckeyes to get the second half underway. Barnes on the return, and he's knocked down right around the 29-yard line.
Brought down defensively that time by Zach Mays again on the coverage team for the Buckeyes. So the Spartans start out on offense here in the second half. In the first half offensively, the Spartans carried the ball 15 times for a total of 32 yards. They threw the ball 5 times, completed 1 for a total of 2 yards. That's a total of 34 offensive yards for the Spartans in the first half. The Buckeyes defense absolutely dominated the first half.
Spartans 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line. Man in motion to this side, handoff straight up the middle. And the Buckeyes right there after a short gain on the play, gain of a couple.
Austin North, Zach Mays come in from their linebacker position along with the line that time making the tackle. McCullough and Young they call also on that one.
Second down and about 8 for Alexander on their own 31. Barnes in motion to the right. He takes the handoff around the right side, and he's going to be knocked down.
Looked to me like Emmett Reed came flying in from the outside linebacker position that time to make a nice tackle.
No gain on the play, 3rd and 8 for the Spartans on their own 31-yard line. Again, congratulations, 2012 homecoming king, Max Van Dyke, and the queen, Alexis Courtney. Again, Steve Cox just does a great job on the PA here at Nelsonville-York, and of course we tap into that as he gives us all the information.
So that all the fans back home can enjoy it.
Pass over the middle, and it falls incomplete, thrown a little bit behind Josh Barnes.
Zach Mays almost came up with that as an interception. So quickly, it's 4th down for the Spartans offense again, and they've only been able to muster up another 2 yards offensively here.
Chris Grant will kick it away. Austin North back deep for the Buckeyes.
Straight up in the air again.
Goes out of bounds right around the 45 of the Buckeyes.
Christopher Grant's punt rolls out of bounds.
And they'll spot it at the 47 of Nelsonville-York. Buckeyes with their first possession of the second half, leading 41-7, 10:28 to play, third quarter.
Well, just the overall stats for the Buckeyes in the first half, they carried the ball 23 times for 186 yards. In the passing arena, they were 4 of 9 for a total of 94 yards. Combined 280 yards in the first half for the Buckeyes offense. Clint handed the main running attack there with 11 carries and 116 yards.
Handoff comes to this side, Austin North. And he'll take it to the Spartan 49-yard line as he picks up about 4 yards.
Tyler Wilkinson on the stop that time defensively. Nice little misdirection that time for the Buckeyes. They've been utilizing Clint Hanna going over to the left-hand side pretty effectively this evening, and this time they fake it to him, hand it off to North, coming back to the right.
49-yard line.
Second down and 6 for the Buckeyes at the 49 of Alexander. Nelsonville-York out of the eye with the receiver split out on each side. Joey Young at quarterback. Hands it off on a draw play to Clint Hanna, and he's dropped. A loss on the play for the Buckeyes of 2 yards.
I believe 62, first man in on the tackle that time, Jacob Harvey again for the Spartans.
Spartans.
Third down and 8.
Tyler Smith also in on the stop that time for the Spartans.
3rd and 8 Buckeyes from their own 49-yard line.
Buckeyes back on their own 49, third down and 8. Two receivers to this side, one to the far side for the Buckeyes. Joey Young straight back to pass, throws long on the left side, and it falls incomplete down at the Alexander 21-yard line.
Jacob Blake almost did just an outstanding job to come back to that ball. Tried to catch that up over top of the defender that time, but as it was, incomplete pass.
It looks like the Buckeyes will punt it away for the first time tonight.
I was just going to say, the Buckeyes offense is the first time they've been stopped, no matter where they've started with the ball this evening. First time they're actually punting the ball back over to the Spartans.
Joey Young will punt it away. And a low liner for Joey Young. Bounces at the 15. Ball is finally covered up back at the 14 for the Spartans.
Boy.
And a late flag comes in. And this will probably be a personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And it's going to be against the Buckeyes.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 16, Brown.
It's a 15-yard penalty against Nelsonville-York. So the Spartans will start on their own 28-yard line. 8:58 to play in the third quarter. The Buckeyes up 41-7.
Buckeyes help them out that time as they had him pinned back inside the 15.
And off on the right side, the running back takes it back to the middle. Has a gain of about 4 for the Spartans.
Looks like Austin McCullough and Neil Pauly on the stop that time for the Buckeyes defensively.
Tyler Smith on the carry for Alexander. Brings up 2nd and 6. Spartans on their own 32-yard line.
Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 Spartans from their own 32-yard line.
Braden Jones takes the snap, hands it off, and the Buckeyes take him down for a loss of 2. It'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Zach Mays coming flying in from the middle linebacker position that time. Wrapped him up for a loss.
3rd and 8 for the Spartans, back just outside their own 30-yard line.
Ball spotted on the Alexander 30-yard line. 3rd and 8 Spartans.
Clock running under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Again, the Buckeyes up 41-7. Braden Jones at quarterback, 3rd down and 8. Jones looking to throw, does so on the far side, and it falls incomplete.
Jeremy Warren, the only person that got the hands on at that time, jumps up. Nice defensive position again by the Buckeyes in the secondary.
4th and 8 for Alexander on their own 30-yard line, and looks like Chris Grant will punt it away once again for Alexander. Austin North back deep for the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes defense does their job yet again. Flag on the play.
Low liner taken by Emmett Reed, brings it back to this side. And a flag comes in. Emmett Reed across midfield, across the 40, across the 30. Emmett Reed's going to take it all the way for a touchdown, but again, a flag is down back at the Buckeye 44-yard line.
There's actually a third flag just got thrown. The first flag was back at the line of scrimmage. The second flag was a block in the back, and now a third flag was just thrown at about the 30-yard line. They're going to have to get the group of umpires together on this one and figure out exactly what they want to decide here and what they're going to call. Looked like there might have been motion to start out, either motion or encroachment by the defense. I'm not sure which the first flag was. It was an obvious, I think, a block in the back on the second flag. The third flag had to be some sort of unsportsmanlike, either comment or shoving after the play. We haven't had as many penalties called as last week at Wellston. However, we get 3 on one play here.
Legal procedure on Alexander. Blocking the back on the Buckeyes. And a personal foul on Alexander.
Now they got to figure out exactly which one takes precedence. And what do we do first? The Buckeyes are smart. I think they're going to take the penalty of the illegal procedure and back them up and make them kick it again. Because I'm afraid the push in the back and the unsportsmanlike would nullify each other.
There's 3 fouls on the play. Had an illegal formation on White. During the return, we had a block in the back on Brown. Then we had a dead ball, personal foul, White. That penalty be assessed half the distance to the goal, and we'll replay 4th down.
So the other 2 penalties was a washout, but then after the play, the personal foul on Alexander will back them up, and they will re-kick.
And the Buckeyes ought to end up with excellent position after this punt.
Austin North standing at the Alexander 45-yard line. And a punt looked like it went off the side of his foot, out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. Let's see where they say it went out. They're going to say the 18-yard line of Alexander.
Extremely costly penalties against the Spartans that time as they turns things around and puts the Buckeyes in excellent position here as they now have the ball. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Buckeyes out of the eye. Mark Carter at fullback. Clint Handa at tailback. The receivers split out on each side. Joey Young under center at quarterback. Handoff, Clint Handa takes it back to the left side, and he'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
I believe that was number 3, Mason Chapman on the stop that time.
Buckeyes up 41-7, 6:55 to play 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 8 for Nelsonville-York at the 16 of the Spartans.
The game is definitely going quicker than last week's contest over in Wellston.
Pitch out comes to this side. Emmett Reed. Reed breaks a couple tackles.
Still
takes it back the other way. And Emmett Reed across the 10. He's going to take it in for the score.
Excellent run that time by Emmett Reed. As he's wrapped up, it appears on the right-hand side. He squirrels away and spins away and goes back the other way. As he's going back the other way, Jay Elliott comes in and puts a monster block in there. And then Emmett just uses his speed to get around the end. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Goes down for about officially a 16-yard touchdown run. But he probably ran 40 to pick up that score for the Buckeyes. Nice run by Emmett Reed. Broke a couple tackles initially, took it back the other way.
Delay of game.
Delay of game on Nelsonville-York on the extra point attempt.
So that's now
DJ Young will attempt the extra point. And another flag comes in and whistles blow the play dead.
Flag on the field.
Now we have a little pushing and shoving going on. Flags come in. Again, flags down on the play. The initial one was either illegal motion on the Buckeyes or offsides on the Spartans. And then, of course, we had flags after the pushing and shoving started.
Got 2 fouls on the play. Have a false start, 52 Brown. Have a dead ball, personal foul, number 3 White. That ball will be assessed half the distance on the try.
So the Buckeyes will attempt the extra point once again. Ball will be snapped from right around the 6-yard line. Joey Young will hold. DJ Young will attempt the kick. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:27 to play in the third quarter. 48-7 Buckeyes. DJ Young will kick it away for Nelsonville-York. Nice kick by DJ Young, taken right around the 7, and it goes through the legs of Tyler Smith. That'll be an automatic touchback. So the Spartans will have it on their own 20-yard line.
DJ's pretty consistently being able to kick the ball off and put it somewhere between the 5 and 10-yard line throughout the season. He does a nice job giving an opportunity for his coverage team to get down and make plays. That time, a bad hop and pounced through the end zone. Spartans start with the ball in the 20. So the Buckeyes have 7 touchdowns on tonight's ball game. 5 different Buckeyes have now scored, with Emmett Reed finding his way into the end zone.
Hand off straight up the middle. New quarterback for the Spartans. Looks like it's Brody McGrath. Gain of about 3 for Alexander on that play.
I believe it was number 11 that carried the ball. Well, they say it was number 2, Tyler Smith again. But
Brody McGrath, the quarterback. He's a sophomore for Alexander. Spartans with the receiver split out wide right. Second down and about 7 on their own 23. Handoff around the right side. I believe that was Josh Barnes, and he's knocked down right around the 25-yard line.
Josh Barnes on the carry. Brought down on the play by the Buckeyes, Emmett Reed.
Emmett Reed makes the tackle that time as he's trying to get around the right side, and Emmett just takes his feet out from underneath him.
Ball spotted at the 27-yard line.
Ball spotted on the Spartan 27-yard line.
Alexander with a third down and about 3. McGrath under center. Spartans out of the eye. Barnes in motion around the right side. It's handed off straight up the middle to Grant, and he breaks a tackle and takes it out across the 40.
Nice diving tackle that time by Isaac Andrews, coming off the line as he busts through the center that time.
Pickup of about 13 that time. Spartans first down and 10 on their own 40-yard line. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Nelsonville-York leading by 41 points.
Second longest play from the line of scrimmage for the Spartans. 13 yards on that carry.
Pickup of about 3 for Alexander this time on the handoff up the middle.
Looks like he got 3 that time because Neil Pauly, as he's making the tackle, whips him around and throws him to the ground.
Second and 7 for the Spartans on their own 43-yard line. Next week, the Buckeyes will travel to MacArthur and take on the Vinton County Vikings, and Alexander will play at Wellston. Second and 7 for the Spartans. Alexander with a receiver split out on each side. Handoff straight up the middle, and the Buckeyes right there. It was a loss of about a half yard on the play.
Just did get that ball off before the play clock hit 0.
Of course, the Buckeyes in Division 5, Region 19. Nelsonville-York 10th this week in the computer rankings. Of course, the top 8 teams make the state playoffs. So far, Buckeyes getting a little bit of good news. Last we heard, Logan leading Chillicothe 20-7.
Yeah, the Buckeyes at this point of the season, they're needing a couple of the teams ahead of them to falter and get some points off some of the teams they've beaten.
Grant around this side takes it out to the 45. He'll pick up a couple. Where to bring it 4th and 5 for Alexander.
Brought down by Austin North as Christopher Grant tries to get around the corner that time.
Spartans 4th and 5 on their own 45, down 48-7 with 2:52 to play in the third.
It's hard to believe that this is already the 8th game of the season, and like we were talking about, next week the Buckeyes moving to Vinton County, but then after that it's the Athens Bulldogs coming into Boston Field here.
Spartans will go for it. McGrath throws. It is caught short of the first down, but a nice run by number 80 there for the Spartans. I believe that was Lucas Thompson on the catch and the run. He picks up the first down. Thompson, just a freshman for the Spartans.
Alexander first down from the Buckeye 45-yard line.
First and 10 Spartans at the Buckeye 45. McGrath will keep it himself, but he's hit immediately and brought down. That'll be a loss of 1 back to the Buckeye 46.
Austin McCullough, DJ Young, Isaac Andrews all in there that time defensively for the Buckeyes.
Alexander also in Division 5, Region 19, same region as the Buckeyes. They are 14th
I was going to say they're
this
only
week.
2 spots behind the Buckeyes coming into tonight's, or 4 spots behind the Buckeyes coming into tonight's contest. Quick math there. Forgot to use my other digits.
Spartans 2 receivers on each side. Barnes to the right. Now handoff comes to this side, and the Buckeyes right there. Spartans trying a little counter play, and I believe it was Andrews that met him.
Yes, it was Isaac Andrews. Just happened to be the wall that Alexander Spartan runner found that time.
Nice hit. 3rd and 12 for Alexander on the Buckeye 47. 48-7, Nelsonville-York with 1:12 to play in the third quarter. Spartans 2 receivers on each side. Brody McGrath at quarterback out of the kind of a pistol look for the Spartans. And a timeout will be called by Alexander with 55 seconds to play in the third quarter. Again, the Buckeyes lead 48-7.
47-yard line,
3rd and 12 for Alexander at the Buckeye 47. McGrath looking to throw, rolls right. And now he's sacked back at the 48. The ball does come loose. And the Buckeyes have recovered.
So, you know, this was by far the most productive offensive series for the Spartans offense. But the Buckeye defense puts a hammer down and not only sacks him for a loss, but gets the ball on a turnover. I think they said Jacob Blake actually came up with the ball. There's like 3 different Buckeyes making the tackle back in the backfield that time.
first down, Buckeyes.
Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the Spartan 49. Caden Kilbarger split out wide right for Nelsonville-York. Handoff. Clint Hanna comes to this side, crosses the 40 of the Spartans, and takes it down to the 20-yard line, a gain of about 29 yards.
Couldn't quite keep his feet underneath him that time as he got around the right-hand corner. Mason Chapman on the stop that time again for the Spartans.
39 seconds to play in the third period.
That gives Handa about 145 yards on 14 carries this evening.
1st and 10 at the Spartan 20. Clint Handa on the left side takes it down to about the 17-yard line on a pickup of 3. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. And at the end of 3, the Buckeyes lead the Spartans of Alexander 48-7.
At the end of the third quarter with the score.
Nelsonville-York varsity cheerleaders: Hunter Berry, Sarah Adams, Kim Howard, Krista Phillips, Josie Seal, Valerie Addis, and Taylor Martin. And the little one down there, I believe, is Lindsay Spencer. Buckeye varsity cheerleaders, of course, joined tonight by the alumni cheerleaders. Homecoming here at Nelsonville-York High School. Also have the alumni band. Buckeyes up 48-7 as we begin the final 12 minutes of this game at Boston Field. Couple receivers split out on each side for the Buckeyes on 2nd down and about 7 at the Spartan 17. Joey Young looking to throw, and it falls incomplete.
Looked like he was looking for Jacob Blake the entire way, but I think he was expecting him to bounce outside instead of cut inside. Little miscommunication there on the passing side of the ball for the Buckeyes.
3rd and 7 for the Buckeyes at the 17 of Alexander.
It's actually the only pass attempt the Buckeyes have had here in the second half.
Joey Young at quarterback. Buckeyes with the receiver on each side, out of the eye. Handoff on a draw play. And Clint Handa's going to take it in for the touchdown from 17 yards out.
And again, the Buckeyes offensive line just busted open a huge hole over the left-hand side. And Clint Handa makes quick business of that and walks right into the end zone again for yet another touchdown on tonight's contest. That's his 4th touchdown this evening. About 165 yards on the ground on 16 carries.
It looks like Austin North is snapping on this extra point attempt, and Clint Handa will attempt the extra point. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. 11:50 to play in the ball game, and the Buckeye lead is now 55-7 over Alexander. Clint Handa will kick it away for Nelsonville-York. Tyler Smith and Josh Barnes back deep for Alexander. Kick comes to this side, bounces at the 18. Smith on the return, and he's upended right around the 25-yard line of Alexander. That's where the Spartans will have a 1st down and 10.
Looks like he was brought down by T.J. Warren, I believe, along with number 10, Dakota Mays, there on the stop for the Buckeyes. Buckeyes start a whole second group of defenders out there now.
25-yard line, 1st and 10, Alexander.
See Dakota Mays back at the safety position. You got Jason Talbert, David Ray, Jacob Talbert in at the linebacker positions.
Kenan Kilberger.
And T.J. Warren on your corner positions. Timeout Spartans.
11:44 to play, 55-7 Buckeyes.
1st and 10.
1st and 10 Spartans on their own 25. Justin Kuhn also in for the Buckeyes wearing 66. Tyler Smith running the ball. He crosses the 30 to the 31, picks up about 6.
Tyler Smith on
brought down by number 40, Jason Talbot on the stop that time. You also see Eli Fox out there trying to pick up some of these other numbers yet.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 Spartans from their own 30-yard line.
Bertie McGrath at quarterback. A flag comes in.
Number 70 for the Buckeyes, Ethan Summerfield's out there, along with 58, Jason Riffle.
Dead ball, false start, before offense.
Legal procedure on Alexander, so that will take away their 5-yard pickup and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
And I do believe the other defender out there is number 20, Donovan Ross.
Spartans 2nd and 10 on their own 25. Both teams with their second units in. Handoff comes to this side. Nice run.
He looks like he's free.
Buckeyes in pursuit. And that's Josh Barnes. And he'll take it all the way to the Buckeye 25-yard line.
Cannon Kilbarger brings him down before he gets all the way into the end zone. But
Brought down on the play by the Buckeyes, Cannon Kilbarger.
1st and 10 Spartans at the Buckeye 25, 10:43 to play in the game.
nice blocking around the right-hand side that time for the Spartans, and he was able to make a nice move, cut up on the inside. So it looks like there's a little bit of a change out there. Number 3's out there defensively for the Buckeyes, Walker Elliott.
Bertie McGrath at quarterback for the Spartans. Hands it off, and ball carrier will pick up a yard to the 24 of Nelsonville-York.
Defensively tackled that time by number 58, Jason Riffle on the stop.
Down on the play by the Buckeyes, number 58, Jason Riffle.
David Ray also in for the Buckeyes wearing 53.
Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9 Spartans from the Buckeye 24-yard line.
Second down and 9 for the Spartans at the Buckeye 24. Pass on the right side, it'll fall incomplete.
Nice little pump fake that time from the Spartans. Actually froze the defenders of the Buckeyes as a little give and go, a little fake straight out, and then downfield they went. Ball's thrown out of bounds, incomplete.
Third down and 9 for Alexander at the Buckeye 24.
24-yard line.
9:37 to play in the fourth quarter. Buckeyes up 55-7. Hand off to this side. I believe it was Barnes that took the handoff, and he's brought down right back at the original line of scrimmage, a loss of 1, where to bring up 4th and 10.
Looked like David Ray came flying in from his linebacker position to make that tackle along with a couple of the linemen.
Brought down on the play by the Buckeyes, Justin Kuhn.
Justin Kuhn in on the stop that time. Number 55 now comes into the field. Justin Draper for the Buckeyes.
4th down and 10 for the Spartans at the Buckeye 25. Bertie McGrath at quarterback. Now the shotgun, a flag comes in.
Flag on the field.
False start. Number 64, White.
Legal procedure on Alexander, so that'll make it 4th and 15 at the Buckeye 30.
Game was moving along extremely quickly up through the third quarter, and now it just seems like with the penalties, the passing plays, the long play, things have just kind of slowed down here in the fourth quarter.
4th and 15, Spartans.
Spartans at the Buckeye 30 facing a 4th and 15. Again, Bertie McGrath at quarterback. Now the shotgun, 2 receivers on each side. Man in motion to the left. McGrath looking to throw, does so, and it is caught. Nice pass. And it's down to the Buckeye 12-yard line. And that will be a first down for Alexander.
Justin Draper and Dakota Mays on the stop that time for the Buckeyes defensively.
Lucas Thompson on the reception.
Walker Elliott in on the stop also out there.
First down and 10 for the Spartans at the Buckeye 12. 8:45 to play in the game.
From the Buckeye 12-yard line.
McGrath hands it off to Barnes. And he gets it to the 11, and that'll be it. Pickup of 1.
Barnes on the carry, brought down on the play
Looked
by
like
Buckeye nose tackle Ethan Summerfield.
Summerfield does who they call, but it looked to me like Jason Riffle along with Jacob Talbert in on the stop that time defensively for the Buckeyes.
Second and 9 for Alexander at the Buckeye 11.
11-yard line.
Spartans a receiver on each side. McGrath at quarterback. Looking to throw. The ball's loose, and he covers it up back at the 15-yard line.
Well, I would tell you what happened there is he turned to try to throw the ball, and his receiver had kind of went down, and Cannon Kilbarger, by the
Buckeye 15-yard line.
awareness of the coaching staff, actually came up tight on the receiver. They knew he was going to try to make a quick out throw to him, and when he turned to throw the ball, his receiver's down, Cannon's out there. He tries to tuck it back, and when he does, he dropped it and ends up with a 2-yard loss on the play. The 3 yards.
Third down for the Spartans. Third down and about 13 back at the Buckeye 15. McGrath looking to throw, does so on the right side, and it falls incomplete in the end zone.
Intended for Mason Chapman, defended on the play by the Buckeyes
Walker Elliott on coverage.
Nice job defensively back there in the secondary for the Buckeyes.
4th and 13 Spartans from the Buckeyes.
So the Spartans facing a 4th and 13. They picked up a 4th and long moments ago. Facing another one at 4th and 13 at the Buckeye 15. 7:13 to play in the game. Buckeyes up 55-7. Again, Brody McGrath at quarterback.
Buckeyes drop into a two-man safety zone type situation here.
Throw, and it's knocked away and picked off.
David Ray gets his hands up on it and tips the ball away right into Walker Elliott's hands, and the Buckeyes get another big interception to hold the Spartans out of the end zone.
So the Buckeyes will take over on their own 10-yard line. 7:07 to play in the game.
David Ray tips the ball, but Walker Elliott comes up with the interception. That's the second interception on tonight's game, and one other fumble recovery for the Buckeyes. 3 turnovers for the Spartans, and when you're coming into somebody else's home field like this, the last thing you want to do is be turning the ball over, and that's exactly what the Spartans have done here this evening. Referees look like they're going to give them a little bit of time to get their team back out here.
And Alexander will take a timeout. Again, 7:07 to play in the game, and the Buckeyes up 55-7.
Timeout Alexander, their third of the
Buckeyes second team offense on the field. 1st and 10 from the 10. Colt Adams at quarterback. Hand off to the tailback on the right side, running room. And he'll take it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 15.
Walker Elliott on a carry that time for the Buckeyes offensively. Gets all the way out to the 25-yard line.
gain of 15 on the play. From their own 25-yard line, first down.
1st and 10 Buckeyes on their own 25.
Well, we're about 6.5 minutes to play in the ball game here. The Buckeyes keeping the ball on the ground and getting first downs could ice the ball game.
And off this side, the ball carrier breaks a tackle.
Jacob Talbot around the left-hand side. I thought he was going to get dragged down right at the line of scrimmage. Instead, he finds a way to elude the first tackler and get out to the 30.
Jacob Talbot on the carry for the Buckeyes.
Gain of about 5, 2nd down and 5 for Nelsonville-York.
Harvey for the Spartans.
And we have, I believe, an injury timeout.
2nd and 5 Buckeyes from their own 30-yard line.
2nd and 5 for the Buckeyes on their own 30. 6:22 to play in the 4th quarter. Looked like a player for Alexander just slightly injured. And now able to jog off the field, and that's good to see. 2 receivers split out on the right. Buckeyes out of the eye. Colton Adams at quarterback. Hand off to Walker Elliott. And it looks like he's got a Buckeye first down. He may be just shy of it. Let's see where they spot it.
Looks like they're spotting it across the 35, which should give it to him.
Brought down on the play by Bryce McKinley for the Spartans.
1st and 10 Buckeyes on their own 35-yard line. Clock running, 6 minutes to play in the game.
Just trying to keep track of kids coming on and off the field. That was Reed Courtney just coming back off the field as Cannon Kilbarger comes back on the field out in the wide right with Connor Hammonds. Waiting for the flags to catch up to play here.
Buckeyes out of the eye. 1st and 10 from their own 35. Adams hands it off to Walker Elliott. Comes to this side. A flag comes in. Elliott picks up 4 yards out to the 39. But again, a flag is down.
Looks to be in that area of holding is our guess.
Flag on the field.
Ooh, chop block. While they're deciding where to mark the ball off here.
Illegal block below the waist. 27 offense. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still be first down.
Ball spotted at the Buckeyes 22-yard line. 1st and 20.
Buckeyes will have a 1st and about 23. Back on their own 22. 5.5 minutes to play in the game. Handoff, Walker Elliott.
Got the ball up into the meat of the defense that time. He found a nice seam. Gets nice positive yardage on that one.
All the way out to the 34-yard line.
About 12 yards.
For the Spartans.
And the Buckeyes will have a 2nd down and 12.
Ball spotted on the Buckeye 34-yard line.
As Jacob Talbert and Reed Courtney bring the play back onto the field.
Second and 12 for the Buckeyes on their own 34. Handoff, I believe it's Jacob Talbert, takes it out to the 40-yard line as he picks up about 7.
Jacob Talbert on the carry for the Buckeyes.
Third down and 6.
Even though they had the big penalty against them, they've got themselves in a manageable 3rd down situation here.
And Lyman Kennedy for the Spartans. 3rd and 5 Buckeyes from their own 40-yard line.
Buckeyes 3rd down and about 5 from their own 40. Adams hands it off. And Adkins has the 1st down, takes it all the way out to the 47-yard line, a gain of 7.
Strong 7 yards by Adkins around the right side that time. Gives the Buckeyes a 1st down, moves the chains again, and now we're down to 4 minutes to play in the ball game. Buckeyes do about 2 more 1st downs at this pace, and that should be able to close the game out, Jim.
Atkins coming into this game, 25 carries, 156 yards, and 2 touchdowns. First and 10 Buckeyes on their own 48-yard line. Colt Adams at quarterback. Hand off to this side. Jacob Talbot on the move. It looked like a face mask on Alexander.
I definitely think that was a face mask. We'll wait and see what they call out there.
Talbot takes it to the 33-yard line of Alexander, a gain of 14, and there will be a face mask penalty tacked on to the end of it.
Personal foul, face mask.
Actually,
22 by the defense. Tacked on to the end of the run. First down.
That was about a 17-yard run for Jacob Talbert that time, from the 47 down to about the 35, and then the penalty added to that puts the Buckeyes down around the 20-yard line of the Spartans with 3.5 minutes to play here in the ball game.
20-yard line, first down, Buckeyes.
First and 10 Buckeyes at the 20 of the Spartans. Handoff on this side. I believe it's Jason Talbert. Takes it down to about the 13-yard line, a gain of about 7. 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. The Buckeyes up 55-7.
Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 Buckeyes from the Spartan 14-yard line.
Second down and about 4 for the Buckeyes at the 14 of Alexander. Hand off to Walker Elliott, and he's hit immediately and dropped right around the line of scrimmage. May have been a short loss on the play, about a half yard.
Tyler Wilkinson on the stop that time defensively for the Spartans. Like you said, he was hit right at the line of scrimmage.
The Buckeyes will have a 3rd down and 4. Just inside the 15-yard line of Alexander. Clock running, 2:12 to play in the game. Buckeyes up by 48 points. Colt Adams at quarterback. Handoff to Jacob Talbert.
Still on his feet.
Takes it down to the 8-yard line, a gain of about 7.
Should be enough for a first down for the Buckeyes.
First and goal for the Buckeyes at the Spartan 8.
From the Spartan 8-yard line, first and goal, Buckeyes.
Billy Seal in for the Buckeyes, wearing 19. First and goal, Nelsonville-York at the 8. Handoff goes to Seal. And he gets it all the way down to the 1-yard line with 1:15 to play.
Billy Seal on the carry for the Buckeyes. Ball spotted at the Spartan 1-yard line.
Clock now running under 1 minute to play in this game. Buckeyes 2nd and goal at the Spartan 1. Play clock running down at 4 seconds. Looks like the Buckeyes are going to take a knee.
That's exactly what they did, Jim.
Buckeye quarterback Coach Adams takes a knee.
Clock running at 23 seconds to play in this game. The Buckeyes leading 55-7. They finish at the 1-yard line of the Spartans and take a knee. And this game is over here at Boston Field. Nelsonville-York defeats the Spartans of Alexander 55-7.
Ladies and gentlemen, final score for Nelsonville-York's Boston Field. The Nelsonville-York Buckeyes 55, the Alexander Spartans 7. Folks, join the Buckeyes next week as they travel to Benton County to take on the Vikings.
Buckeyes now 6-2 overall, 3-0 in the Ohio Division of the TVC. The Spartans drop to 3-5 overall and 1-2 in league play. Again, the Buckeyes will travel to Benton County next week, take on the Vikings. Alexander will make a trip to Wellston next Friday night.
Will be in action tomorrow night at Triple. Game time 7 o'clock. Volleyball teams run to this.
Nice win for Nelsonville-York. They jumped on the Spartans early, went up 21-0 in the first quarter, led at halftime 41-7.
6 o'clock.
Buckeyes.
The Buckeyes picked up right where we were talking about it in the first half defensively. The Buckeyes did an outstanding job, and they just carried it through the second half. The first thing I want to say before I go through the stats real quick is, as a parent, as a fan of youth football, which is what high school is, it's nice to see after 2 weeks in a row we've had kids carried off on stretchers. We had a relatively injury-free ball game. I did see Kyle Freer on the sideline with some crutches. Hopefully that's not too serious. But the first week in 3 weeks, we haven't had a kid go off on a stretcher, and that's nice to see. So, first of all, congratulations to all the Buckeyes playing hard out there. Again, just looking really strong. Defensively, like I said, the Buckeyes just really shut the Alexander Spartans down. The only touchdown the Spartans muster up was a reverse pass, is basically what they called, but a fumble recovery essentially by Barnes for 23 yards into the end zone. Other than that, their offense could not muster up there any points on their own. The Spartans ran the ball 33 times for a total of 113 yards. They threw the ball completed 3 out of 11 passes for 30 yards. That's only a total of 143 yards. The Buckeyes coming into tonight's contest were holding their opponents to 191 yards per game. They hold the Spartans to 143, and I can't say enough. The Buckeyes defensively just really did an outstanding job this evening. On the offensive side of the ball for the Buckeyes, they ran the ball 40 times for 343 yards this evening. In the air, they were 4 of 11 for a total of 94 yards. Starting out with the passing side of the stats here, Joey Young completes 4 out of 11. 2 passes to Kyle Freer for 32 yards and 2 to Austin North for 62 yards. One of those being the TD pass of 33 yards. And right there to end the first half, the last touchdown of the first half for the Buckeyes. On the rushing attack for the Buckeyes, starting out with Billy Seal carrying the ball 1 time for 7 yards. Jason Talbert carries the ball 1 time for 6 yards. We have Mr. Adkins carrying the ball 1 time for 7 yards. Jacob Talbot carries the ball 4 times for 36 yards. Walker Elliott carried the ball 3 times for 32 yards. Emmett Reed carries the ball 1 time for 16 yards and reverses the field, spins around and gets wide open around the left-hand side and ends up in the end zone. Austin North carries the ball 5 times for a total of 15 yards, one of those being a 5-yard touchdown run. And then we had DJ Young carrying the ball 1 time for 7 yards. Joey Young carries the ball 7 times for 52 yards and a touchdown run. And Clint Handa, the back that really did a lot of the legwork for the Buckeyes on the ground this evening, carries the ball 16 times for 165 yards and 4 touchdowns. So Clint Handa has touchdowns of the variety, one in the first quarter for 3 yards, one in the second quarter for 55 yards, one in the third quarter at 16 yards, and one in the fourth quarter for 17 yards. Adding to the touchdown totals, Joey Young had 1 touchdown run for 7 yards. He also had 1 passing touchdown to Austin North. And then Austin North had a 5-yard touchdown run, and DJ Young had a touchdown run of 5 yards. So the Buckeyes, again, offensively put up about 437 yards on the ground and in the air and hold the Spartans to 143 yards. Excellent homecoming event here in Boston Field.
Again, congratulations. Again, the 2012 Homecoming King here at Nelsonville-York, Max Van Dyke, and the 2012 Homecoming Queen, Alexis Courtney. Once again, the Buckeyes defeat the Spartans of Alexander by a final score of 55-7. Again, the Buckeyes now 6-2 overall, 3-0 in the Ohio Division of the TVC, and next week the Buckeyes will travel to MacArthur to take on the Vinton County Vikings. Again, the Buckeyes defeat Alexander 55-7. For Justin McCumber on camera and Ray Spouts, this is Jim McCumber saying, so long, everybody.